Hello friends, thank you very much for your growing response to my videos. And on the suggestion of a learner of mine, I am making this video as I had promised in some videos that if you want to learn a particular topic of grammar, you can just write in the comment box at our channel and you will have the video after you suggest the topic. And in the same way as I had promised, I am just making this video on the suggestion of one of my learners. Okay, so let's learn phrases. What is a phrase? See, a phrase is a group of words. A phrase is a group of words. Like here, at 9. It is a group of words. It makes some meaning. It makes some meaning. Like at 9, in the sky. They make some meaning. Phrases make some meaning. It doesn't often have a fixed meaning. Sometimes it may change according to the situation of the sentence. No way means not at all, you can say. So from these two words, if you want to guess or consider the meaning, you can't. No way. There is no way from here. If I say it is one meaning, there is no way out of this building. If I say it is one meaning, but if I take it in idiomatic sense or unusual meaning or a striking meaning, clever meaning or clever way of saying is idiomatic sense. No way means not at all. So you can see that a phrase can have more than one meanings. Next, it can have an idiomatic meaning. Just now I told. An idiom is a group of words. Sometimes it may be a sentence. From its individual words or from separate words of the group, you can't understand the meaning. For understanding the meaning of idiom, you have to read it as a whole unit. And the meaning is fixed. Idiomatic meaning is fixed. The meaning of an idiom is always fixed. Sometimes the foreigners have to learn the idioms, because if you don't know a particular idiom, a group of words which is used in a very particular meaning, then you have to learn it. Like that, some phrases have idiomatic meaning. Let me just explain. Look down upon. Now look has got its own meaning, down has got its own meaning, upon has got its own meaning. Separately they have got their own meanings, but together they make a very different meaning. Look down upon means consider others lesser or inferior than ourselves. If I look down upon my friend, then it means I consider him inferior or I consider him lesser. So look down upon is a group of words. In that sense, it is a phrase. So you can now learn one more aspect here. A phrase can be an idiom. Okay. So in that sense, it can means the phrase can have an idiomatic meaning. Idiomatic meaning. Now we will just learn types of phrases. After I have explained all of them, okay, I am going to make use of some verbal phrases or some phrases in our sentences. Okay. Now before that, let me just go to the next point. Types of phrases. I have mentioned here 8 types of phrases. First is noun phrase. Why is it called noun phrase? Because in the group of the words which works as a noun phrase, noun is the main word, like evening. So a beautiful evening is a noun phrase, but the main word is noun. Evening is noun, and this is used to modify it or to tell something about evening. So this together, a beautiful evening, is a noun phrase. Second is verb phrase. Verb phrase means which is a group of words in which a verb, an action word is the main word, and along with it auxiliary can come, means helping verb can come, like here is coming or was coming, will come, has been coming, will have been coming. Verb phrase is used to make the meaning clear or to make the tense, type of the tense clear. Now is coming present continuous, was coming past continuous, has been coming present perfect continuous. From the verb phrase you can understand the type of the tense. So next is adjectival phrase. Adjectival phrase means a group of words which is working or functioning as an adjective. Now let me give you the example. With a hat on. Now for example, I can just make a sentence. The girl with a hat on is coming here. Now you can see here, this part is working as an adjective. That is why this is called adjectival phrase. The with a hat on is taken here to describe the girl. Which girl or what type of girl? The girl with a hat on. So this is called adjectival phrase. And we will go to the next one, adverbial phrase. Now it is easy for you to understand what is an adverbial phrase. It works an adverb. It works as an adverb. The phrase or the group of words which works as an adverb can be called adverbial phrase. Now for example, he worked day and night. He worked day and night. Now you can see here, this part is modifying the verb, or it is giving more information about the verb, or it is modifying the verb. That is why it is working here as an adverb, but it is a phrase. So this is adverbial phrase. This is adverbial phrase. Now infinitive phrase. Infinitive means 2 plus the first form of the verb. 2 plus first form of the verb. Now this you can use in a sentence, but you should know that it is called infinitive phrase because it has got infinitive 2 plus V1. That is why we can make use here, okay, in our sentence. Let me show you here. To know how it works, let's switch it on. Now you can understand very easily. In this sentence, to know how is used as an infinitive phrase. It is an infinitive phrase. Okay. And now next is absolute phrase. They have given absolute phrase modifies a main clause or independent clause. Okay, like here I have given example. Tomorrow being Monday, I will have to go to school. Here I will have to go to school is independent clause, or you can call it main clause, or you can call it principal clause. Now I will have to go to school, or I'll have to go to school is the main clause, and this phrase is modifying it completely. The whole independent clause is modified by this phrase. That is why it is called absolute phrase. Absolute phrase which modifies the independent clause completely. That is why this is called absolute phrase. And next is participial phrase. The phrase which works as participial. Now you know that participle means it's the past participle. It can be past participle. That is the third form of a verb, but it works as an adjective. Or it can be the V1 plus ing, means you can add ing to the first form of the verb and you can make it work as an adjective. That is also called participle. For example, little known past participle. That's why this is participle phrase. Running nose. Okay, this is verb 1 plus ing. So this is what is called participle phrase, means the phrase which works as a participle. Now next in this portion we will come to verbal phrase. See, verbal phrase, actually in this group of words, verb or action word is the main word, and with it a preposition can come, or more than one prepositions can come, or like here, look down upon. Look is the verb and down upon prepositions. So this is also verbal phrase. Now verbal phrase, they have got one more thing, one more special thing about them. What is that thing? What is the thing to learn? From the separate words of a verbal phrase, you can't understand the meaning of the phrase. So as a whole unit you have to take. It works as an idiom. For example, break out. Break has got its own meaning, out has got its own meaning, but from their separate meanings you can't understand the meaning. The phrase itself has a different meaning, own meaning. For example, break out means begin. The Second World War broke out. Now this is particularly used about war, fire, epidemic, disease. This verbal phrase is especially used for negative things. That's why the war broke out. Suddenly past midnight a fire broke out in our street. So breakout means begin. Breakout has got one more meaning, escape by using force. The thief broke out. The thief broke out of the house from the back door. So you can see that a verbal phrase can have more than one meaning, but its meaning is clear only when you take all the words as a unit, or when you read the whole phrase as a unit, as one meaning. Like here, call off means cancel, which you have decided when you cancel, it is called call off. I have called off today's meeting, so please tell this news to your friends. Or today's meeting is called off, cancel. Second meaning of it is, you can say disintegrate, this break relationship. The couple broke out, or broke up. Sorry, I was saying broke out. Broke up. The couple broke out after continuous clashes between them. So you can see that a verbal phrase is a group of words in which a verb is the main word and it has got a preposition, sometimes adverb with it, and these words together make a special, different, their own meaning. Like here, die out means become extinct. When the whole species or a particular species completely vanishes, then that is called extinction. For example, the bird dodo. Okay, the bird dodo is extinct now. Its species is died out. The dodo has died out, means become extinct. If we cut all the name words, the name would die out. So now, as I said, we will take some phrases, okay, and make use of them in our sentences. Here is now a group of words, okay, which comes in the 8 categories, okay. It has not got idiomatic meaning, means from the words together you can understand easily the meaning. For example, if I say on the table, then this you can use in your sentence. For example, who has put my file on the table, So this is a phrase, or in the evening, if you want to use this in your sentence, we usually play indoor games in the evening. So these are the meanings which have not got idiomatic meanings or striking meaning, striking sense or clever sense. These are simple ones. You can make use of them in your sentences. Suppose if they give you phrases which have got particular meaning, which you have to learn and practice and then use them in your sentences. We'll take some such phrases, verbal phrases. Okay, they are mostly verbal phrases. Now, put off. This is a verbal phrase. Put is verb and OFF off is a preposition. From put and off separately, if you want to make the meaning of this phrase, you can't make or you can't guess. For that you have to learn that put off means postpone. Put off means postpone. Arrange for a future time. Arrange for a different future date. Okay, so this is put off. Now for example, don't put off your meeting with the dentist. So this is how you can use phrases in your own sentences. Okay, let's take some more. Now make up one's mind. This you can call an idiom also, because an idiom is also a group of words and you can't guess the meaning from the meaning of its separate words. So as a whole unit you have to learn the meaning, and if it is known you can use it in your own sentence. Make up one's mind means decide firmly. Decide firmly means make a decision, strong decision, for example, or take a strong decision. For example, Shashank has made up his will go, his will come. Why his? Because Shashank is a male, so his. If you take a girl's name or female's name, then her will come in the place of one's her. This shows possession. So possessive case. So you have to use possessive pronoun. Shashank has made up his mind to join the military. So when you use that phrase in the sentence, don't forget to underline it. So now let's take some more examples. Here it is. Excuse me, sorry.